Hi, I'm Tom, a middle-aged guy from the UK, and I like to build things like these, and this, and sometimes these. In fact, it's basically my only hobby. Now, my mother once told me that dads don't read instructions. Well, I'm a dad, and so I'm embarking on a mission to see if that's true. Can you really build these amazing kits without using the manuals? Well, let's find out on Dads Don't Read Instructions. Welcome everybody to another episode of Dads Don't Read Instructions. In this episode we are going to be attempting to build the Hogwarts Owlery, which was a new set brought out in March of 2024. It's part of a new range of kits that will build a new and improved Hogwarts, so you can combine these kits together to create this new take on the traditional castle. Anyway, this is set number 76430. It has 364 pieces and is intended for age 8+. Now I reckon this one is going to be pretty straightforward, but we'll see how we get on. So thankfully we've got some good pictures on the artwork here. We've got a detailed one on the front and a detailed one on the back showing all the different layers. Now I have learned from my previous video when we were looking at trying to build Obi-Wan's Starfighter that actually there are some pretty cool official photos and videos and this sort of thing available, so we need to make use of those. What you'll see in the top of the screen there is I've got my iPad out. Got a little, I think that's Rowena Ravenclaw, but I'm not 100% on that one. This nice little, they used to do chocolate frog cards, now they do these little portraits. Then we've got the little owls, got a nice red owl there. I'm assuming that's Hedwig. They're quite cute. Anyway, as I was saying, we are very fortunate to have these 3D rotating images available on the LEGO website. You can expand them to fit the full screen. You can pinch and zoom, you get the angle just about right, you can make out most of the model, so that was super helpful. What I decided to do was build the top first. I know normally we sort of try and build from the bottom up, but I figured if you get the bottom bit wrong, the rest of it isn't going to work. So I thought we'll start at the top and then we know exactly how big the sort of footprint of the tower needs to be on top of the base. So we start with bag 4 and work down that way. Now this model had a lot of white detailing on it, which is supposed to be sort of like the snow landing on things, which is quite cool. It'd be interesting to see if the rest of the castle carries on with that aesthetic. I know the Great Hall's been released, I haven't had a good look at that, so I can't say whether it's the same. It would look a bit odd if you've got sort of everything else looking green and lush and then the owlery all snowy, unless it's not snow, unless it is actually like owl droppings, which would be pretty gross. Pretty sure it's snow. So this bit went together really well, and there are a few bits left over that don't fit there because they fit on the layer behind. In bag 3 we get a nice Filch miniature, complete with balding headpiece. That was quite cool. You've got a broom in there somewhere. Now, handily there was quite a bit of symmetry in the tower, so once we'd figured out one wall, we were able to work out the rest. Again, I keep saying we, it's not we, it's me. Yeah, here at Dads Don't Read Instructions, it's still very much a one-person operation. Now, this particular iteration of the Owlery is from the Order of the Phoenix. Harry goes off to send a letter to Sirius, and he meets Cho there, and then Filch turns up, and what's the expression? He'd heard that he was off to order a large supply of dung bombs, and he was trying to intercept the post. We presume on Umbridge's orders, although that's not made explicitly clear. Harry and Cho basically tell him to clear off, mind his own business. The actor who plays Filch, a guy called David Bradley, is a superb actor. He doesn't do a bad performance. My favourite one is still him in Hot Fuzz, when he's the farmer that they have to bring the old guy to translate through Danny, so that Simon Pegg's character, whose name escapes me for a moment, Nicholas Angel. Yeah, so when he's speaking his proper countryside accent. And then of course he's incredible as Walder Frey in Game of Thrones. Absolutely superb. They couldn't have cast that any better. Same with Filch, to be fair. Anyway, we see this little owl here. Now, I was really hacked off with this to start with because I thought, there's no printing on this, why is it so rubbish compared to the other owls? But then I realised actually it's a statue of an owl, not actually supposed to be a real flying owl, so silly me. There's Harry. Oh, yeah, there's Harry. No, that's not Harry, that's Cho. There's Cho. I actually built her wrong like 3 times because she has this little skirt piece that goes between her legs and her torso, and a scarf, which I'd forgotten to put on at various points. I knew how this tree went together because I'd built a few of them on the Dungeons & Dragons ideas kit. And it's a clever little design. These kind of curved, almost like sort of palm leaves or fern leaves, and they can be posted upright to look like lush plants, or done with this clever upside down stacking thing to look like trees. So yeah, the towers come together pretty nicely now. Now, whilst the tower went together really easily, the base did not. 90% of it was really easy. Once I figured out the actual footprint of the base, largely because we had the 3D picture. So we started out with this sort of outer corner, which was fairly independent, so I knew would be a good point of reference. It didn't require anything else to be in the right place. If we can get that right, we can get everything else right by working around it. Just trying to size things up a bit. Part of this was using the various source pictures to almost put like random bricks here. We go, well, that definitely goes on that one. That definitely goes there. Now at this point, I was starting to have some problems because the under archway bit you don't get a good angle of, and was really doing my head in with the pieces I had available. You get this little turntable of like owl treats and stuff with a rat in a box, which I didn't know. Initially I thought it was Scabbers, and I was like, no, well, he's not in this movie. So apparently you can buy owl treats and just feed an owl a mouse or a rat. So yeah, there was a lot of head scratching going on at this point. And you can see at sort of the bottom of the screen there, I had these 2 single grey cubes. But the picture, from what I could tell, I needed 5. So I thought, what's going on here? So more frantic scrolling. Couldn't get this corner bit right. I couldn't for the life of me work out what I was doing wrong or what was supposed to be going on. This is me having a look under the desk to see if I'd dropped the pieces that I needed. You can see Cho's little skirt bit there, that sort of pale grey-blue bit in the bottom right corner quadrant. So yeah, still thinking, how do I fix this? So I'm having another look under the desk. Realised about the skirt there. And we found the pieces. They were still in the bag, which was super unhelpful. But with the recovery of those pieces, we were able to get it to work again. So tower goes on. Now, I had a bit of a faff lining this up, which is why I built this last. I was really confident that I got the tower bit right, so now it was just a case of making the rest of the bricks work. So we started off having these 3 beige pieces, but that didn't work, so we went for the purple ones. Rejigging a couple of the snowy sections. Now I didn't realise at the time, but there is a nice little Easter egg in this bit of the set. I don't know whether you spotted it briefly. I realised that the owl goes in at an angle, but I couldn't figure out which bit I was looking for. I knew the sort of piece I needed, but I was looking for it in beige sandstone colour, and then I realised actually it's a clear piece. So now it's a question of just putting on the extra little bits and pieces, and there we go. Here is my attempt at the Hogwarts Owlery. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. I was really pleased with it, bar the missing bits that were actually still in the bag. I reckon I could have done this probably in about half the time. That last bit really did slow me down. I wasn't keeping track, but I think this took me about an hour and a half all told. And yeah, it was fun. It was a nice build. It's quite tall actually, it was surprisingly tall. So we went back and we're going through the instructions now, and a couple of little tweaks, and this is where the Easter egg is. So you saw it there. I'll slow it down in a minute. Here we go. Look, it's an owl! They've made an owl in the Owlery. Oh, that was really cool. So yeah, I didn't spot that the first time around. The gold studs but lost in the image, so I couldn't. Not taking the blame for that one. But yeah, as you can see, not a lot of mistakes were made. There's a little bit of correction at the top, but yeah, there we go. So overall, you can definitely do this without the instructions. The instructions are not necessary. This is a fun little kit for fans of Harry Potter and the Harry Potter Lego series. Quite a little footprint, but still manages to be quite impressive given the size of it. So yeah, nice kit. I very much enjoyed building it once I figured out how to get it to work. So yeah, recommended if you are fans of the Wizarding World. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.